Hello there, everyone. Welcome to another episode here on Arbaal on Legendary Difficulty, Episode 5. So overall, we're going to have some battles, massive battle actually, against Boris Ursus. I'm very glad I was actually moving my army here and notice that Boris is coming in for the Rhythm Fortress. So, yeah, I cannot see a lot of his troops. It doesn't seem like it's too troublesome. I was checking, by the way, the back and forth selecting was to check the movement, because you can check the small fainted line is the normal movement and the big one is the forced march movement. So you can check whether or not he's going to reach you, because he can't attack in forced march, which is his current stance. So it does give me the solution of going around and using this army to conquer the monolith of Festerlung. And I still have some units in case I see that there's a challenge. I can recruit them. Oh, sorry, I hit the microphone. I hope you didn't see like a slap, like plunk. I do have a problem with Corn's favor. You gotta be careful, especially with the upkeep, the one that costs 3. It's kind of sad that there's only one ability that costs 2 upkeep. I think that one would be better to be on 2, but still, it's quite effective. But currently, that's the idea. He went against my army, and of course I retreated, which is perfect, because I know that I can retreat and then it's fine. And I got a Drawn to Destruction. Man, I'm getting a lot of luck with the Drawn to Destruction. Sometimes it takes several turns, but just it has been giving me the city like the turn after. So yeah, I guess the fact that I got the tech for it that increases the chance was actually helpful. So I want to fight there on the settlement, but before I want to have this battle against Boris. I can attack him with this battle, with this army. There we go. He's gonna retreat. Oh, I gotta be careful with that. I'm gonna need to go in forced march with Arbaal, because this is a mighty opportunity to finish off Boris, and his initial forces. That's perfect. A Pyrrhic victory? No. With this is one of those things where it's so difficult for the AI for the game to correctly and accurately predict what will happen. This one is, even if I get Pyrrhic victory, I don't lose any units. I'm not planning to. I may lose a few Furies or something like that, but I'm not planning to if I micro correctly, which I always do. I never lose units. No. So yeah, just deploying as wide as I can. Remember that you're mostly melee based. Of course you do have some missiles. I do have some missiles, but I'll use them on the flanks and just try to lure some missile fire, some units to break out from the main force. He doesn't have any cavalry. Well, he does have, but not on the flanks. He has the bear riders on the front, which is actually perfect for him. And overall, yep, my horsemen are starting to shoot. They're not in the best location because it's a lower ground location, but it's still quite effective, I would say. Now my forces are moving through, and some of them are actually moving through the woods, which is perfect, so that they don't get a lot of issues against the enemy missiles. And I'm taking the opportunity to see that he's moving and developing, trying to position properly, to send my armies forth. That means always that they will attack less with their missiles, and that's a win for us. The more that they are not shooting or picking on important targets, the better it is for me. By the way, guys, I have 2 kits. One is 6, the other one is 2, and they give me trouble sleeping. So that's why sometimes you hear me yawning. I'll try to stop it, but sometimes you're gonna hear me yawn like this. I hope it doesn't get you sleepy. You know what gets you sleepy? A slap from one of these bears. Oh, he lost his rider. But yeah, that was a nice animation. Did you see that? He picked it up with his fangs. Oh goodness. And now it's Kung Fu Boxer Warbear time. They actually do a lot of damage there, but still it's not like they are specifically anti-infantry. They do a lot of damage, but they're not specifically anti-infantry. They're an anti-large unit, which means that as long as I give them a halberd unit to fight, it should be just fine. Oh, that was one. I tried to avoid the sound. You know when you try to avoid a yawn, and the biggest problem is that if you avoid one, it becomes worse because then you really need it. No, that's what happened. Okay, I already have one of these Chaos Rise of Corn because this is the cultist leading it. That is nice. Such a massive unit. I wish it was a little bit better in single combat, but I guess, well, it does its job. It's mostly a buffer unit, so yeah. I've set out my bloodletters as well to attack, and we're attacking the Patriarch here while Boris is busy somewhere else. This is a spawn that was created by a unit that was almost destroyed, and I'm setting it against Zargard, which is a perfect target for them. Yep. Not Zargard, actually. That's an armored Cossers unit. But still, perfect target for them. You know, armored units, yeah, just sending in the spawn. Boris is trying to use his bear to destroy all of these Corn warriors, but it's too much for him. He can cast all he wants. As soon as I cast my melee attack, yeah, he starts running away, and likely the battle is over by now. So, good job. We managed to unleash my Furies and Dogs onto their back line, and suddenly they're surrounded, and that's an easy battle. There we go. So, after defeating Boris and completely eliminating his army, I did lose a unit of Flesh Hounds. That's one of the earliest units. It's fine. We can replace it with some ROR or something like that. So, yeah, I didn't want to lose units, and I ended up losing two. A Chaos Fury and a Flesh Hound. I didn't even realize the Flesh Hound. It was silly. I should have paid a little bit more attention, but of course, with so many anti-large units, that's sometimes what happens. Defeated Boris Ursus. Yeah, I'm sad that the trait didn't went to Arbaal. Arbaal, the undefeated. Yeah, that was lame. That was silly. So I want Renowned and Feared, and what do I want? Income from raiding, income from sacking settlements. Yes, and then I'll get Renowned and Feared. Yes, I don't want to have demons reforged because I don't plan to have any demons on that army. So yeah, thick-skinned, let's get to it. And you're gonna go... Should I force march him? Oh, okay, I can get tier 3 for some Chaos Knights. That's good. And I can get chosen in Skull Reapers. That's nice. That's exactly what I want. Is it? Well, 120 in the hero low recruitment rank, or do I want this? For fast, what do I want? What do I want? I think I want the chosen, yeah. And I'll be able, because my question is, am I able to field them? Because they're a little bit more expensive. So I'm gonna have to conquer everything from Boris, and even then it's gonna be difficult. So income from post-battle loot, that was a mistake. I should have done this before the other battles. So yeah, that was silly. Always remember to kind of plan out those. That was an obvious mistake. I should have done this before the first battle, right? And only now I remembered. So yeah, let's fight the battle. A line of infantry. In this case, I don't even stagger the line. I just wanted to reach as soon as possible because the enemy is full of missile units. So I have to rush. My horsemen are going to try to divert their attention so that they keep moving. Now, this is a small trick. You can keep the AI moving so that they don't fire, or even if they fire, you'll significantly reduce the rate of fire. So that's exactly what I want here. To abuse the fact that they have a little bit of the skirmish, that they want to reposition their units, and I just keep moving my horsemen around until they try to attack me. At the same time, yes, my shielded and armored units are quite a match for so much archery coming in. He is reducing my units' health, but no kills so far. And he's sending in the dervishes, but I have Marauder Horsemen of Khorne who are a little bit buffed. So, yeah, these guys can definitely do it in melee, so, yeah. That's a little bit of a mistake, and I have 3 against 1, or 4 against 1 actually, but only likely 3 are engaging. So, if the enemy would send out their archers against my horsemen, maybe they would manage to kill a unit or so, but other than that, this is just to demonstrate how easy it is to take these small settlements. So I'll just auto-resolve them from now on, unless I'm losing a unit or something like that. So, yep, as you can see, most of it is done. I'm now going to attack the Patriarch there. My infantry is nearly done reaching the enemy. And yeah, I can send my lord against his lord and then just attack on the backs of the enemy to ensure that I cause a mass rout. So there's a Cossack here going, hey, come on boys, we gotta kill this guy. And yeah, that's not gonna work too well for him. So this is just a massive charge on the backs of the enemy to try and force them to do the By Our Blood. And as soon as that activates, you should withdraw your horsemen, so that, because after the By Our Blood is activated, that's when, like this, that's when it's active, and that's when you can withdraw the horsemen, because as soon as it expires, they will rout. So yep, it was a nice decisive victory. And in this case, I want the blood for the blood god, but I guess in this case, this just calls for the skull throne. Yep. That's good. I'm gonna have to conquer at least one of those places, likely the next. Lord of Rage. Yep. Just so that I can... Thirst for battle. You always need one place or one settlement per province in order to ensure that you get the raised settlements drawn to destruction, right? So that they become yours. So it's not going to be this one because I needed the skulls, but it's going to be the burning monolith. I'm thinking on ganging up on the burning monolith in case there's a secondary army, because there likely is. So I'm thinking on going there, and that will likely be the best case scenario. So yeah, nothing on diplomacy as well. So let's go and end up the turn. And I was actually right. Leonid Zubov is there. I wanted to raid, but I also want to attack there. So yeah. And it doesn't allow me to reach with the raiding. Man, I'm having trouble raiding actually. So you're gonna move in, you're gonna bait them out. Let's see if he is baited out, because I would love that. If he's baited out, he's gonna be very silly. I need the income, so I'm not sure that I'm gonna have that I'm gonna build anything else for now. And yeah, Arbaal the Undefeated can get on the next turn more melee defense, or can get enemy leadership. For now, let's get more melee defense. If it was 10 armor, I would go to leadership. Scar Bloodwrath, and I need to recruit a Wrathmonger or Skull Reaper. Well, that's very easy. I can recruit one just now. Armor plus 10 for Chaos Warriors units, and plus 8 for Halberd units. That's okay. I think we're gonna go with Pillars now. That's a good global cooldown one, but campaign movement range for... Yeah, I want to increase the stuff that comes in from the blood hosts. It's always difficult because everything starts with blood or skull. So it's so hard to know, okay, what is it, you know? By the way, he was baited and I lost the army in exchange for some damage there, so that's okay. I auto-resolved that one, and now I'm gonna auto-resolve this one. Whoa, that's a poor auto-resolve. Next time I won't. Skulls. Do I need the skulls? Hold on, let me see. 180. If I get the skulls, I can occupy that settlement. So I think skulls is best. Yeah, I think skulls is best. So that I can attack and occupy the burning monolith. I can attack with this guy. That would increase the bloodletting so that I have a little bit less upkeep. Yeah, let's auto-resolve that one. You all seen how these work. Yeah, let's occupy. That's good, but I don't want the demonic place. I want the mortal place. So I prefer to have the mortal places in case I decide to make them. Let's get a Skull Reaper so that I have that quest, the next step of the quest for Scar Bloodwrath. Greater Gate of Corn, which summons a Bloodthirster. That's great. Destroyer of Corn, indeed. So now we can build some stuff. I guess this is fine. This is fine. I need to get the Wreathen Fortress to tier 4 so that I can get the Hound. Nothing on diplomacy so far. That's good. Overall, I'm feeling quite confident with this. Yeah, I still don't want to go for that. That's a very weak garrison. I think Arbaal could go and do a challenge. Yeah, we have the option for a challenge. What challenges we get? Vilitch the Curseling. I'm checking, one advice that I can give you. Check every single time because, see, he's about to attack Pomei and likely is going to have some damage. And if he's heavily damaged, you can just go in and have an easy challenge and gain 5, in this case, for 5 corn favor really easily. Not 5, actually 6. And that's it. He lost some stuff. Look at that. Yeah, he lost some stuff. That's perfect. He has another army nearby, but I hope I don't have to fight it. Let's travel, and that's going to be the next battle. Great. I gotta be careful when I travel, because I always need 5 to return, and that's difficult. Let me get a join war. There we go. That's some gold. That's all the gold that she has, actually. You could see that she was still in a positive factor, so that's all that she can muster to give me. Yeah, I could attack that one, but I really want to ensure that I get the challenge. There we go. And if I'm lucky, I'm gonna get 1 settlement here, so to start expanding. Not that it's the best idea at this moment, because I'm struggling a little bit, but I likely will be able to do that. If not, I'll just return here normally. I'm actually just enjoying doing the challenges just fine. So, as you see there, the instructions are very clear. I'm gonna send the Skull Reapers against their pink horrors, because they have magical attacks and the pink horrors have some physical resistance. I'm gonna send these Marauder Horsemen against his own Marauder Horsemen, and they retreated into a corner, so now it's really easily, it's just an execution here. And my cavalry forces are gonna go on the other side against the enemy cavalry as well. But this is a dangerous place to attack into because he has the high ground, so yeah. Let's watch the battle. There's a lot of magic coming in, and I'm glad that I'm actually dodging them naturally. Like, this could be super damaging if I'm blobbed up, which is why you don't form up on a line, especially against Tzeentch. Just split up your forces, make sure that they have no clear targets for their endless magic capabilities. Let's take out these believers in magic. Man, those Doom Knights on the other side, they look like TIE Defenders. If you know the reference there, go back and watch it. They look like a couple of TIE Defenders coming in. So for some reason, I thought the Empire was helping them out. That would be terrifying. Man, imagine a Star Wars Total War. I know it's a rumor. I know it was just a started rumor, but I really wish they could do it, because I think it can be awesome, really. I think it would be awesome. So, the Doom Knights against Skull Crushers. Yeah, see, everything starts with blood or skull. Oh, it confuses me so much. So we're winning on this flank. Yeah, I sent my Flesh Hounds against his Hounds. And we're winning at the front as well. And now my Skull Reapers are attacking his Spinks. I need to get a lot of casualties with the Skull Reapers for the quest for the legendary hero. And I'm planning to have some armies. I likely will demonstrate them on the next episode or so, where I'll have some armies based off having specific heroes on them, or specific legendary heroes on them, okay? So that I can demonstrate, okay, this is all those units will get from both the heroes and the legendary heroes and the legendary lord, you know, or the specific lords that they are into. So this is a very easy battle. I've already surrounded them. They didn't have a lot of units for sure. And Vilitch is in the middle trying to do some stuff. He's casting, he's doing whatever he can, but that's not enough. I even have some chaos spawn here of Khorne that I spawned by destroying one enemy unit. Remember the Eye of Kurnus. And Vilitch is about to get destroyed and conquered. So challenge complete. So that's not just 2 favor, it's actually 7 favor for these challenges, because I get 5 more from the boon that I have. I think I want extra gold, yes. There we go, 10k, 16. And I think, oh, that's a unit of Wrathmongers, that's nice. That's cool. And I could attack this guy, but I really don't know what's coming in. So I think I'm gonna... I didn't want to conquer this. And I could attack them, but I have no idea what's beyond, and that will be a problem. So let me just... I can actually ambush, so who knows, I get an ambush. Renowned and Feared, that's good. That's helping out with the upkeep. I wish it was in one of the skills from the heroes to reduce the upkeep, because that alone would help so much and make so much stuff viable, you know? So I wish instead of training, you know, control and spread corruption or whatever, you could have someone that would have reduced upkeep. Or maybe in the very last, like levels 50, they would get something that would reduce the upkeep. Something like that. I can get another hero, and I shall. I'm thinking on Iron Skin, because that mass can apply to the mount. So suddenly they'll have a Juggernaut that mount that it's much better. And we can upgrade here. And now, what can I do? I'm thinking some skulls per turn would do nicely. The Gruth is also nice, I think so. I'm gonna get that, so that I get the other building. And I can get this one. I think I can get that one. Yeah, that should be fine. So for now, I can get the upkeep. Just a couple of turns so that I don't have a lot of upkeep. And next episode, we'll return to our position and see what we can do. Maybe we can upgrade for some Chosen. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.